Hey everyone, welcome! Today, we're going to dive into a place where ancient heritage and cutting-edge technology don't just exist side by side, they actually thrive together. We're exploring the fascinating Indian state of Karnataka to understand its really unique and powerful blend of the old and the new.
So let's kick things off with a simple but really deep question that you see here on the screen. It basically asks, how can computers and music exist in the same place? It seems like a total paradox, right? The world of logic and code right next to the world of art and soul. Well, stick around because that's exactly what we're going to figure out.
And the answer? It's Karnataka. This is the state where technology, culture, and heritage all share the exact same stage. It's the meeting point for the silicon chip and the classical song, and we're about to break down exactly how they pull it off. All right, so let's really dig into this unique question. How does one single state become a powerhouse in both modern innovation and timeless tradition? Okay, to really get it, we've got to start with the basics, looking at the state's core identity. So, first things first, you'll find Karnataka down in the southern part of India. And here's a little bit of history for you. Before it was called Karnataka, it was known as the state of Mysore, a name that, still has this ring of royal grandeur to it. Now, these stats right here, they tell a really interesting story. The capital, Bengaluru, which I'm sure you've heard of, is nicknamed Silicon City for a reason. It's the heart of India's entire tech industry. And get this, those 31 districts, they're not just lines on a map. They're this massive, connected network of talent and innovation that gives the state its incredible tech power. Okay, so if you need a super simple way to remember what this state is all about, just think of this formula. Karnataka equals knowledge plus culture. That's the key idea, right there. We're going to see how one actually fuels the other. This state, as we know it today, was officially born on November 1st, 1956. And this was a huge deal. It wasn't just about politics. It was a massive cultural moment that brought together all the regions where the Kannada language was spoken, creating one unified identity. All right, so when you bring all these regions together, you create this new political force, right? So let's look at that human side of things. Its political structure, and of course, the languages that bring it all to life. So when you look at the whole country, Karnataka has some serious clout. It sends 28 members to the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house of India's parliament. That means they have a big say in shaping the country's laws and policies. And then you've got the upper house, the Rajya Sabha, where it's represented by another 12 members. So you add that all up, that's a lot of influence, making sure Karnataka's voice is definitely heard loud and clear in the capital.
This is pretty cool. It kind of shows you the arc of this state's leadership. You can see the journey from its very first chief minister, K. Chengalaraya Reddy, who was there at the very beginning, all the way to the current leader, Siddaramaiah. It's a long legacy of governance.
Now, Kannada might be the main language that brought the state together, but it is absolutely not the only one. You'll hear languages like Tulu, Konkani, and Urdu. It just goes to show you what a linguistically diverse and vibrant place this is. It really is a melting pot of different voices. Okay, so now let's get back to that music part of our big question at the start. It's time to dive headfirst into the culture that makes this place so incredibly rich and colorful. Wow, the performing arts here are just spectacular. You have Yakshagana, which is this traditional theater that's just an explosion of color, music, and incredible stories. And then there's Dolu Kanitha, the super powerful rhythmic drum dance with just pure, raw, captivating energy. So yeah, the memory trick here is perfect. Pure drama and energy. And we can't talk culture without talking about food, right? From the rich, fragrant bisi bele bath to the world-famous crispy dosa and the really unique ragi muda, the food here is just on another level. It's this perfect mix of complex flavors. So that little memory trick on the screen, healthy and tasty, it's spot on. Okay, so let's bring this all back around. This is where it all clicks. This is where we see how heritage and technology aren't just existing next to each other. They're actually making each other better. I mean, look at this. This slide just perfectly sums up that dual identity we've been talking about. You've got the super modern, futuristic skyline of Bengaluru, India's IT hub. Then you have the ancient, jaw-dropping ruins of Hampi, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You have the absolutely breathtaking royal grandeur of Mysore Palace right next to the timeless, natural beauty of the sacred Kaveri River. It's all there. The ancient, the modern, the natural, all in one place. So really, if there's one thing you take away from all this, it's gotta be this. Karnataka is where tradition meets technology. That's the golden line right there. The idea that the past and the future can actually lift each other up.
All right, to make sure all of this sticks, we've got a super cool memory formula for you. Let's spell out Karnataka together, okay? First part, K is for its status as a knowledge hub. A is for its thousands of ancient temples. R is for its life-giving rivers like the Kaveri. N is for its incredible natural beauty. A is for its vibrant arts and music, and T is, of course, for technology.
And we're not done yet. Let's finish spelling it out. The next A is for its stunning architecture. K is for the Kannada language that ties it all together. And the final A is for its amazing food. And there you have it, the whole state spelled out, easy to remember.
So, we started with a question, right? How can computers and music live in the same place? Well, now we know they absolutely can, and they can thrive. And that kind of leaves us with one final big question to think about. As the world keeps racing forward, is this incredible blend of tradition and technology we see in Karnataka maybe a blueprint for the future? It's a pretty powerful idea, isn't it? Something to chew on for sure. Thanks so much for joining me.